Can you hear me?
I can hear you well.
Nice. How you doing?
Oh, thanks. So far good. Um,
Nice.
was a pretty tough match.
Yeah. Can you just introduce yourselves for the people watching and for the video
Yeah,
later?
yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm Hetzer. I'm from the Infantry Regiment 9. I'm a founder from it 2.5 years ago, and I was today the platoon lead of the KGL for the semifinals. And yes, should be all.
Nice. So you guys are part of the King's German Legion squad. So the first question I'm going to ask you: what you feel? How do you feel about tonight's match?
How do I feel about tonight's match? Yeah, I have mixed feelings. Of course, we had a tough enemy with the French coalition. Um, so I'm quite happy, to be honest, with the result. 188 tickets on our side, and I think 230 on their side. That's pretty well. If we look on the different scenarios we had to face, like the Castell is a very hard point to attack. I think it was possible to see that in the stream, but we managed to reach it a few times quite well. But then I come back to the point that we faced a very good enemy. They had always people behind our lines, or at least behind our infantry. Our big push from the east, which was well executed, came in very quickly, but was stopped, for example, by just one single radio man, which made some trouble there and holded 2 or 3 squads. Um, these are the small points which really made the difference today. So I'm quite happy with the result, but I'm pretty sure there would be more possible.
Fair to say. So you spoke briefly of your strategies used tonight. Can you give a overview of what your strategy was going into this match tonight?
Yeah, sure. So we started with the thought, how can we approach this castle? So we came out with the result that there are only 3 really entrances to the castle, and 2 of them are pretty easy defendable with just 1 MG. So we made the decision to start with 2 first L and 1 VFT squad to the northwest. Started with a quick FOB, then they deployed and tried to distract the enemy as best as possible, while the tanks also were on their turn. Meanwhile, 3 Iron 9 squads were on a long run with an MSP to open the eastern flank. And yeah, then everything happens, right?
Yeah, fair to say. And you mentioned the push coming in from the east side. That was pretty much within the first 10 to 15 minutes that you guys had 2 squads get behind enemy lines and you pushed up the river. And then the 2 Churchills came in and did an incredible job taking out 2 Tigers. So
Mm-hmm.
immediately off the bat, you had tank superiority, knocking out both the German heavies.
Mm-hmm.
But as you mentioned, all it took was that one Cole FR guy to get behind you guys. It slowed down your push, forced you guys to
Mm-hmm.
reset. Um, Going into this game, did you know that you really had to get the fortress as quick as possible?
Um, of course, the situation was clear to us that as long as we need to take to organize and attack the castle, as better will be the situation for the defenders. They are more spread out. I bet I didn't watch the stream, so I'm just guessing at this point, but I'm guessing that there are only 5 people or nothing more in the castle. So they spread it out very good. And you need to watch the surroundings. There are more the little river, and there were some heights and downs, and where just one people can easily, if he look behind the right bush, he can easily spot an regrouping infantry section. Yeah, and of course, I always say that the first 10 to 15 minutes are the most important. That's why I'm always trying to keep the guys focused in the staging phase and in the beginning phase, because the start is always the most important. And yeah, we managed to execute our push to the east with the tanks, and this went very well. And our tanks did a great job today, of course. But still, it wasn't enough. What should I say?
Yeah, Cauliflower, bang on. And you were right. Cauliflower on their defense, they did only have about 5 people in the castle pretty much throughout the entirety of the game. One point they pulled
Um,
more back when you got really close, but for the most part, they had 3 to 5 guys in there at any one time, and that was it. So you laid out your strategy. What do you, aside from the cauliflower guys infiltrating your lines and just slowing down your pushes, what else do you think you could have done differently to take that first cap?
yeah, I think we should, or we could have reacted a bit faster when we lost our Eastern MSP. It took us quite some. It took us quite some time to replace it with another one. This was maybe a point where we could have built up or at least hold the pressure on the objective. Because also the northern side, which was not expected from us, also the northern side came quite close, came quite close, often close to the Castel. It was crazy. What could have done better? To be honest, just play the map a few times more and just create some new approaches.
Okay,
Um,
fair enough to say. So Cole FR were the winners of Group 1, and you guys were obviously winners of Group 2. So far, they've not lost a single match. Is there anything coming into this match tonight that you knew about Cole FR that you needed to adapt to, or that you spent extra time practicing?
Not sure if I should say everything, but yeah, of course, we know their play style. At this point, I also need to say Coalition Francophone is one of the teams which really keeps the competition high in the league. So these guys are really awesome. So
Oui, oui, oui.
I would say yes. I really don't got the question now. I lost it.
Is there anything you knew about Cole FR like you practiced
Yeah,
extra specially?
yeah. We know they're really aggressive, and we saw that today. I briefed the guys in the SL meeting and before the match, before the map switch. I briefed them: be careful, they're aggressive, play defensively. If they spotted you, don't rush it. They will come for you. And yeah, it was 100% what they played today. A very open, aggressive defense.
Yeah, and that's something we mentioned that that's what we saw. They didn't just sit on the castle. I mean, we've all played this map on public servers, and we've seen how public players play. They just like to sit in the castle windows and stuff. But Call FR really, even if they're on the defense, they go on the attack. And we saw that you guys constantly had that French bushwookie sneaking behind you guys, slowing you down, having to reset your attacks constantly. Now that you've played on this map, though, against them, have you learned anything about when you're going to play on the defense? Anything that you might now imply into your strategies?
Yeah, I think we will also stick with the open defense. They surely also need to find a way to get an decisive breakthrough at any side, and we surely need to deny it. And I think I will keep the mines for myself at this point, because the rematch will be very intense.
Yeah, no, it really would be. Speaking of the map done with itself, probably one of or the second hardest objective to take in the season so far, or in the tournament so far. Were you confident coming into the map itself, or when the map was selected, were you like, oh my god, anything but that?
To be honest, I said, "Oh my God, what did happen?" Um, but it's one of the oldest and one of the finest maps of Postscriptum. Chapter 1 maps are perfect for clan wars and even for offensive. Maybe at this point, I'm much more a fan of RAS, which opens way more possibilities to be strategic and tactic and things like that. But in offensive, this layout kind of offers the most possible from offensive. So I like and dislike it at the same time. Belvedere, the second objective, would be also horrifying to attack, completely open. Dorwait is a good map. We made a lot of trainings about it, so mixed feelings.
Fair, fair. That's fair to say. I think I've already asked this a little bit, but based on the performance of your team tonight, is there anything that you feel that you're going to practice and just generally practice and improve on for next time?
I can surely say that we will focus on infantry combat so that we get more successful out of 1v1 situations. I think if we can win more of that, like squad clashes, if we win 1 or 2 more squad clashes on each side, we will have a complete different overview on the map. So we will focus, I think, on the infantry combat.
Fair, fair. And I ask you now, is there anyone from your team that you would say you nominate for MVP, someone you felt was outstanding in their role tonight?
I would say the tank sections from our side surely deserve this role for today. And I will go with Hannibal at this point.
Who was that, sorry?
Hannibal. He was the tank leader from my team.
Okay, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. I'll ask if chat has any questions now. And while we wait for them to get any questions in, is there anything you would like to say towards Cauliflower or anything you'd like to add yourself?
Yeah, I'm really happy to be part of this whole competition. This league is amazing, and as said, Coalition Francophone is a nice enemy, and I hope and look forward to League 3. And thanks you for casting this. I saw you had pretty much viewers today, so congrats also on this side.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who dropped by to watch. I didn't see any questions in chat, so I will leave it up to you, man. If you have anything else to add, or if you want to drop out, go rest, and draw up a battle plan for next week.
I would say I will drop and prepare everything for next week. And thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
No problem, man. Thank you for dropping in, and good luck for next week.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, hello. Hello, man. Hello, guys. Can you just introduce yourself so I can do your audio?
Yeah. So we are the both leaders of the 7A BTA. We are two leaders, squad leaders of infantry. We are playing both different squad in the qualifier.
Nice, nice. And Flavian, can you just say hello so I can do your audio?
Hello, I'm Flavian.
Perfect, that'll do. Right, guys. Similar questions. You know what's coming. Tonight's results. Are you pleased with them?
I have to say that I'm quite disappointed about the results because the first point is easy to defend, and only 72 tickets of difference is not enough great to be safe. And I'm not sure that qualifier will be able to cap the first point in for the next week. So I have to say that's not a bad match, but the results aren't really great.
So during a week, we have planned to unbuild the castle to play for the next map, but don't think that we will be due in time. Because it's a huge castle.
Fair, fair. Well, yeah, you mentioned that the tickets were close tonight. You did hold all the caps, but yeah, tickets were kind of close. How do you feel the King's German Legions managed to keep the tickets so close? Like, what do you think was the deciding element in that?
I think the main problem was our loss of many vehicles. In Italy, we have lost an MSP and a logistic. Yes, that's not great to have a huge difference of tickets. I think that's the main problem of this game. We have lost too many vehicles.
Yeah,
And I have to say that we have done some mistake of miscommunication, and that was our problem in this game. In fact, KGL have played well to destroy the 2 tanks and all those vehicles. That's more our fault.
yeah, the King's German Legions guys did do a good job of taking out your vehicles this game, especially at the beginning. The 2 Tigers going down, which I think are. They keep changing them, but I think it's 15 tickets each now for those 2 Tigers. So it was a big loss at the beginning for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, moving on then. The strategy you guys employed tonight, can you walk us through what strategy you had in mind going into this match?
As usual, keep only 1 squad on the point, only 5 men, and the rest will be around the point, moving to defend the hot spot. And the rest, the goal of the tanks was to keep the south safe, but they got destroyed in early. I think our strategy in infantry worked well, but we hadn't an advantage on the tanks, so we haven't made our strategy to protect the south.
Fair. Flavian, is there anything you want to add to that?
No, it's like all match we adapt, we spot enemy groups, we adapt defense and move on hotspots when we detect them. So that's it.
Fair enough. So you've continued your win streak. I don't believe you've lost a single game in this season so far. Going into this match, obviously King's German Legion were the top team of the second group. Were you wary coming into this match? Was there anything about that team that scared you especially?
In fact, ER9 was the second team of the Steel Pact, and in the first leader, it was the first major defeat of the qualifier against Steel Pact, and we have learned a lot about Steel Pact, and for me, it might be like our sensei, and that's why I really respect ER9 team. So I have to say that I was glad to fight against ER9. And yeah, I was scared about the level because ER9 is known to have creative strategy and offensive strategy too.
Yeah, that's all true. I mean, IO9 were winners last season, and every time we see them in these clan matches, their infantry is always above and beyond. But that being said, you won tonight. Do you think you're going to be able to go one step further than they did next week? And are you confident in taking a cap from them next week?
To be honest, I think it's possible we cap the first point. I'm not sure about that, but that's possible. We have really offensive strategy, and we can make a big push on some sides and cap the point. I would not say that we will cap the first point, but that's possible.
Yeah, I think it's the first point is the key of the map. It's very hard to cap, but if the cap go well, like the offensive team is planning, you can just make collapse the defensive team because the first point is very isolated and they cannot back to defend and That's very weird to back to defend the second point. So if the attacking team is capping the first point really soon, they just won very fast, I think.
Yeah, so this it really is it's kind of the opposite on post-scripting maps when playing other games like Battlefield. Usually in other games, the first objective to take is usually one of the easiest ones, but on a map like this, that first objective is arguably the hardest objective to take on the map. And it can rely on the speed at the beginning. So, but that being said, we'll have to see next week. Going back to your team's performance tonight, is there anything about your team that you feel you can improve on from tonight's performance?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of error on personal plan. Many people will do a well thing on the battlefield, like in my squad and in other squad, but that's nothing very important. It's just things to strategy to update and some personal skills to improve because I don't know, people have not doesn't have played since a long time, so they lose some tricks and things like that. And tanks have been not very lucky tonight.
Yeah, your tanks tonight did get caught out, I think twice. Even a 2-2-2 we saw, I missed it off screen, but a 2-2-2 got taken out at some point as well. So your tanks did have an unlucky game tonight. Going back to how you improve, so Coalition Francophone are made up from a large number of clans. How do you go about organizing all these clans?
So about the organization of the qualifier, in fact, each team have one or two leaders who are organizing each part of the team, and there are a lot of independent in the team, and there are independent who are organizing the other independent, and so we have often big meetings between all of us, and our Discord is we are always using our Discord to discuss. In fact, the qualifier is like a team. In fact, because we play each match together, so we are used to organize between us. I think it's not like a recent coalition. We are used to discuss about everything in our different channel. For example, we have a meme channel in our qualified Discord to love or other thing. So
But yeah, in fact, it's like we don't have any strategic channel, any organization channel for leader on our team Discord.
We.
In 7BCA, it didn't have any strategic channel, but in the leader Discord, the qualifier Discord,
Bien,
we
merci.
have
Et vous?
strategic channel and discussion channel about the organization of leader and the team. So, and when we stopped play on the leader, we back on our team and we play on public server and all the thing, all the game also.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Sticking with your team's performance, then, is there anyone tonight that you think went above and beyond in their role that you would nominate for MVP?
it would be quite hard to say that someone will be very MVP in the game. Might be Matt Fox or the independent squad, because Matt Fox was the commander, and the information he had done a great work about information between squads, and as always, the independent squad has done a great work about KDA and other things.
KDA.
KDA, yeah, KDA.
Who was that? Sorry.
The independent squad.
Okay. Well, I'll see if there's any questions in chat then. If anyone in chat wants to put some questions, while I wait for them, is there anything you guys want to add or say towards King's German Legion, or just in general say anything?
I might add that for the next week, for the next game, the first point, if we cap the first point, it will be normally 1, because 200 tickets will make the victory. So I think the next game will be very intensive, because there will be a lot of fight for the first point.
Yeah, it could really go anywhere next week. The ticket system is kind of confusing to explain to people who aren't in the tournament, but it's not just based on caps and who wins. There's also ticket values in the game as well. So it'll be easier to explain next week to people who are watching, but all I can say is next week it's going to be very close. And hopefully in Season 3 it'll be a little bit more easier for people to understand, because even I get lost with it. But I don't think we've got any questions tonight, so I appreciate you guys joining me, and I'm really looking forward to next week.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
Same.
Same. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I'll let you go off now, rest or plan or whatever you guys want to do. Thank you for joining me once again, and good job tonight. Your win streak continues.
Thank you. Bye.
Man.
We are preparing hard-on baguettes for next time.
Nice. See you guys. Take care.
Goodbye.
If you're watching this on YouTube now, we're going to do the MVP vote. If you were here live on Twitch, you'd get to participate in the vote, but you're not. You're on YouTube. Why are you just watching on YouTube? Be here live and watch them live, man. You miss the interaction. And if you are watching on YouTube, subscribe. 60% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed. You're probably one of them. Statistically, you are one of them. So subscribe and make sure you drop by twitch.tv/the_Yazoo to watch more postscript and gameplay. We do competitive games like this. We're a caster, we're a partner for the game. We do giveaways, we play casually, we play publicly, we do custom events, we do one live events, all kinds of stuff. I'll see you there. Anyway, let's get on to the MVP vote. Oh, we didn't do a prediction. I forgot we have predictions. We could have did a prediction at the start of the match for people to do channel points. We'll do that next time. MVP vote time. Oh crap! I didn't write down who. All right, I messed up. That's fine. How do I do polls again? Here we go. MVP, new poll. MVP. I didn't write down the Call-FR commander name. I asked them. I wrote down Call-FR commander, and I didn't write down his goddamn name. Was it something like Max? Is it Max or something like that? I didn't write down his goddamn name. How does someone get involved in comp play? Join a clan. If you want to, depending where you are and what kind of clan you want, if you're living in the EU, there's a multitude of clans you can join. If you want to join for this tournament, they do take volunteers for clans to make up numbers. You can join if you type !! stand-ins, you can open up their website, which will give you a link to the Discord. There is a volunteer section. Might be a bit late, but you can always try that way. But the best way is join a clan. But definitely join the Discord for this tournament. There is a volunteer section. You can say, look, I would like to volunteer. Might be a bit late in the tournament. Who knows? How many subs on YouTube? 150 something? I think. I just want to poke around. I was doing some comp stuff, and you're an NA player. NA really only has 2 clans because of drama. They have Easy Company, who is... there's thousands of players in Easy Company. And then there's Gamma Company, which is new. It used to be Easy Company. If you want to get on the NA side, there isn't really a comp scene, because there isn't clans. But there are EU clans that accept NA players. So, RIP, First AL, 6GA... they all come to mind. They take in NA players. I'm not following. Why the drone view is so random. It's hard to follow. I'm a caster. I was casting the tournament. The match. You know what? Just because I like his name. Five-minute poll is now live. It is now live. We have Piper, who killed 3 tanks for Cole FR. We also have the commander for Cole FR, who was nominated by the people we interviewed. Unfortunately, I think his name was Max. I forgot to take down his name. Yeah, there it was. It was Max. I just saw it on the scoreboard. We've got the Churchill crews for King German Legion. Kind of combine them all together because the tank crew is kind of one unit. It's not just one individual guy. And then we got Goblin because I like his name. I saw his name pop up a few times. I can give Goblin a nomination. So go vote on who you thought was MVP for this match. There he is. There's Goblin. There he is. I didn't really get a lot of in-depth action going on. We didn't focus on specific people very much. So it was hard to for a standpoint for me to say this person stood out. But there are people's names who kept popping up. It was a very close match. It took part in a very small portion of the map as well. So it was a close match, and it took part in a very confined part of the map as well. I mean, you could see the King's German Legion Logi destroying the tanks and stuff. There's so many people I could have nominated. I'm gonna vote for Goblin just because I like his name. That's my personal vote. I like saying Goblin. That's my vote. But yeah, that's why I'm in the Drone Through Blaster, because I'm a caster for the game. These were 2 professional teams playing. It's the EU Season 2 tournament. This is the semi-finals. That's why it's a drone view. You can't... This is just a replay, but while I was talking, while I was in the drone view, I was casting it. I was like, this tank is going over here. Here comes the infantry, blah, 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 blah. You know, all that stuff. Like an actual sports game. How do you vote? Look at the top of chat. Their names should be popping down at the top of chat. If you look at chat. Go vote. 5 minutes. You can go vote. I will look into it more. I was recruited into the dock office for squad. A lot of the clans for EU, a lot of the clans for Postscriptum also have a squad section as well. So I was in RIP. They have Postscriptum and also they do squad. So if you join, for example, RIP, you could play on both their comp for squad and comp for Postscriptum if you wanted, for example. They're pretty much the same game. This is just World War II. Made by the same engine, same studio, kind of. So I had to refresh my page. Oh, if you don't see the vote, refresh your page. That might be a bug. Go vote. Go vote for who was MVP. Mamar didn't make it. I know Mamar took out an MSP, but I didn't witness it. And Mamard is already the 2-time MVP winner. Mamard can't get another one. Piper destroyed 3 tanks. He did. He destroyed 2 Shermans and a Firefly, I believe. No, he didn't. He didn't destroy 2 Shermans and a Churchill. No, wait, no. 3 Shermans? Did he get 3 Shermans? He didn't get a Churchill. He definitely got 2 Shermans. He said he got 3 tanks. I believe him. He didn't get the Firefly. That was blown up by P4. The first Churchill was taken out by artillery. First AL is active in squad. There you go. There's another clan that does both. If you wanted to join. If you want to join a clan, best thing to do is join the official Discord for Postscriptum. There's a whole section dedicated to clan recruitment. Or just ask in chat. First AL, 6GA, RIP are the 3 big clans that speak majority English that come to mind, and I know they have NA players. There's probably more out there though that would accept an NA player. 2 Shimmers destroyed by AT. Yes, Piper got them both with his Shrek in the swamp. Piper was basically Shrek this game. He hid in the swamp, destroying tanks. It's a tie. Go vote. There's like 30 seconds left. Go vote on who you think was MVP. Do it. Oh, Musu. Musu went on a little kill streak as well. Musu got like a 5 kill streak at one point. I don't think his name's Piper, by the way. No, it's that. That's him. That's him there. He just destroyed the tank. What's his name? It's... Oh, it is. Did I spell it right? Almost. It's a draw? Oh my god. The vote is over. Joint first place with 43%. It's kind of ironic with how close the game was as well. Piper, who was 80 for Cole FR, and then the Churchill Cruise with also 43%. Goblin with 14% in 3rd place, and then in last place with 0 votes was Max, the Cole FR commander. Congrats, Piper. Congrats, man.